Okay. Just get close to it, though.
How we doing, fellas? Everything good?
Yeah, we're doing great.
Y'all got a cheesy-ass setup over here, I'll tell you that much.
In the back of a pickup truck?
I've never been in such an unprofessional environment that I am right now.
I'm seeing you on, is it Uncle John? Who are you interviewing with all the time? It's on podcast.
I am a Gary Roberts guy.
Gary Roberts. That's who I'm seeing you with.
Listen, ARMTV is definitely going to take over. Alex tried to steal the name, but we got it back now.
There you go.
Alex is on his way down. Gary Roberts is on his way up.
Maybe your lip can show Alex what's up a little bit if you don't.
I could beat Alex if I was asleep and had a stroke before they said go.
Now, where's your
Alex's girl now? She's a beast.
You've got a YouTube channel too. We were just talking to Brad about his YouTube channel. Your YouTube channel is grown.
Mine is much more successful than Brad's. I am at 13,000 subscribers.
I'm at 1,300.
13. It's all right. It's only 10 times better.
I feel sorry for Brad.
How much has that grown in like just the past month?
It is not growing very good. I'm actually terrible at YouTube.
Mine is growing exponentially.
The problem with YouTube is that I don't know how to work a camera or edit anything, so I am reliant on guys like Brad and Gary Roberts and those guys. So, but I'm not selfish. I'm okay with who I am. I'm a $13,000 subscriber guy.
$13,000 guy too, by the way.
Yes. Well, today I was a $2,500 guy.
And
thank you to Brian for making that happen.
Well, we also got to see you fool around and get up on that table one more time. You're tempting and teasing everybody.
Yes.
When's it going to happen?
It is never going to happen. I am not near the guy I used to be.
Do not lie to us. We always.
However, I could beat the fuck out of Pablo for $10 right now if he wants to go.
I'll put $10 on it. I have no problem with that. Okay. Everybody in the world wants to see you back on the table, though. And that's a question every top-tier professional gets.
Yeah, and I want to be on the table, but the problem with me is you can't pay me $2,500 to announce and make it free to pull.
Oh, absolutely.
The day that it's $2,600 to the winner, I'm going to arm wrestle and not take the $2,500 to announce. But I will tell you this. I am probably a little bit better at running the tournament than I am at participating in the tournament. Now, that's because when I participate, you only get me for 10 minutes. If I am on the mic, then you get all of me for the whole hours. And it seems to be a pretty good situation for the promoter.
Now, I actually used to be on radio, and what they said about me was I had the gift of gab. But now I only was on the radio for like 4-hour segments, and only every 7 minutes I talk for 30 seconds, where I got just witnessed you talk for 8 hours almost.
You got to have Chris Rock material to rock this thing for 8 hours.
This was, I'm not going to lie, you have the real gift of gab. That is impressive. No one really understands what you just did.
I would love to tell you that I'm surprised that you're saying that, but I get that every weekend. So thank you, and you are fucking welcome.
You people, you 12 viewers at home, you enjoyed the crap out of that. But there's going to be people all watching the 217 production, High Dollar Entertainment, all that fun stuff.
How many people actually watched this show?
We at one point got up to 60. This is also at the very
60,000 or
no, 60.
Oh my God, you're terrible too, just like me at YouTube. You have all this equipment. If I had all this equipment, I'd have 10 million fucking subscribers.
You'd be the best in the world already. We know. But if you did have a dream match to get you back in, you know the money's getting thrown around Dubai right now.
Is it though, or are they just want you to think that?
I think it is. There's a lot of rich people in Dubai.
Really? So you're telling me that someone is paying to see these dumb fucks, Michael Todd and Devin Larratt, actually arm wrestle again, even though we already know what it looks like?
Do you know how much money they throw around for like strongman?
How much? How much money is Devin and Michael making?
Oh.
And listen, don't tell me something stupid because I'm going to verify this shit.
You got their phone numbers. I'm sure you could text them.
Yeah, but they'll lie to me.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I lie to them. They lie to me. I told them I made $1 million this weekend.
I bet it's in the realm of almost $10,000. I bet that would get them out to Dubai.
Yes, I agree, but I keep hearing crazy numbers like 30 and 70.
See, I do
not believe that. I
tough.
do not believe that. However, I'm telling you right now, the day that I can make more money arm wrestling than running the tournament, then I'm in.
Yeah.
But I do not see that. And I do know personally that as a promoter, you lose money with these super matches.
Yeah.
No matter what, they never live up to their billing.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as it's over, as a promoter, you're like, yo, why didn't I offer that to the class and let them all fight it out?
Mm-hmm.
But we've gotten away from the tournament, and we've started these gay-ass super matches to a point that there's more emphasis on the super match than there is on the tournament, and we've kind of fucked up on that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I hope that the day will come when there are no super matches and there are only high-level competitive events that there's 30 guys in each class. That's the way it used to be, and that's the way that we always knew who the best was. John Brasink was the best. Travis Bagent's the best. But now with these super matches, you get guys like Devin and Michael, they arm wrestle once a year. That's it, right? And to me, I know what it really takes, and that's not it. So because of who I am and what I know, it's disappointing to me to see the super match format. Like, Devin doesn't deserve to get a shot at being the best in the world. He can't beat 30 guys that weigh the same as him that are in Russia and the Ukraine, because he's never tested himself at that level. But now with the current format, you can get some YouTube followers, have one match every 3 years, and be considered one of the best in the world. So, you know, it's a tough gig for people who had to do it the right way. And not even the right way, but the way. Whether it was right or wrong, it was so long that way, and now all of a sudden you've taken golf from a field and put it at one-on-one with people that don't necessarily deserve the shot. So I think we're alienating a lot of people, and I think that we're teaching guys that you really only have to arm wrestle once a year. But from a promoter standpoint, we need guys to put themselves in the tournament on a weekly basis. And then at the end of the year, we add it all up and we find out who the winner is. So it's a tough gig. I mean, I participated in super matches, and I know that you can get some glory from that, but I still am a tournament guy, and from a promoter standpoint, I want to have big tournaments. And even today, the super heavyweight championship was won by Ron Bath, but he didn't win his super match. So immediately you're going to get who's better, Jordan or Ron?
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Well, Jordan won the super match, but Jordan got third in the tournament. Should Jordan and Ron have pulled in the tournament after the super match? It leaves a lot of speculation as to what the turnout was and who deserves the glory. So hopefully we'll fix it. You know what I mean? I mean, there were a lot of super matches today that could have happened the first round of the tournament.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
now, I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about, I've been seeing a lot of your YouTube seminars online, and I have learned so much from them. Are you going to continue to put out free content like that? Because you could make a lot more money.
Eric Thomas, the best fucking motivating speaker in the world, in my opinion, he told me that he started off giving this shit free. And then he became something special that people.
So you're like a drug
for.
dealer. Give the first hit free, and then.
Amen. Honestly, I got paid a shitload just to do the YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm already just crushed them just to start it. So because I didn't want to start it, but the people keep saying you have to. Here's the problem with Travis Bagent. I think I'm so cool that I don't want to do shit like this. I want to be the interviewee. I don't want to be the guy who is soliciting interviews and trying to gain clients, because I'm fucking, I have a perception of myself that is bigger than it actually is, and I want to remain that way.
We love that, though. Don't ever get rid of that.
Exactly.
That is the best part.
Yeah.
Fans have loved you for
Everybody who's more successful than me at YouTube is because they're fucking geeks and they do this shit, okay? I do not do this.
When was the first time we actually saw you? What was like your first tournament, actually?
Ever.
Yeah.
Wow. The first tournament I ever participated in was with Tom Simcoe, and it was at the Staircase Live in Pennsylvania. I'm not really sure. Pennsylvania State Championship, something like that. That was my first one. I was 19 years old. I was still playing college baseball, so I just pulled right-handed until 1999 was my first left-handed competition. Of course, I won the Nationals right out the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So when people tell me that it takes time to get good, I don't believe that. I believe that if you're not really good right away, you should fucking retire immediately because it's not going to get a lot better.
No, I was going to say, like, someone like Todd Hutchings started at, like, 35, and they had to be good now. They couldn't, like, wait.
And Todd Hutchings was actually really fucking terrible for a few years.
And
then, holy shit.
Yeah.
He got really good. Now, he's the best in the United States pound for pound.
Oh, that, yeah.
He's our number one guy.
Yeah. Now, what would you say was the match that basically made you known, where everybody knew who Travis Bagent was now?
That's a great question. Which one was? I would say 2000. I beat Cleve Dean.
Oh, that would be a big match.
Dave Randall, and then 6 months later, I beat Dave Randall. So I would say 2004 GNC Show of Strength. I beat Dave Randall for the first time, and it was one of those things where he snatched me up by my head about 6 months earlier and asked me who my daddy was. Because of that, I talk so much shit. Sometimes you get that from people too, and you deserve it. But he grabbed me by the back of my head, and I really couldn't get loose, and I did not like that. And I went home and I told my wife, I'm like, babe, I'm gonna get fucking juiced up and kill this motherfucker.
Well, no.
And she said, oh, really, babe? I don't know if you should do that. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm fucking doing it. And I got to 265 from 240, and I was a different human being.
Now, you mentioned Cleve Dean. What was that like pulling Legend?
It was amazing. The problem was I had already set it up that Cleve Dean was a has-been fucking, you know, he has no chance. So it really, Cleve didn't like that, and he didn't like it. And, you know, it's always like that, right? Like, you got the young guy talking shit. You got the tournament promoters, they bring back the older guys, and the first thing they tell them is, hey, we got this new guy. He won't shut the fuck up. We'd like it if you whipped his ass. And just to give you some motivation, he said you were a piece of shit. Which, honestly, I have a ton of respect for the Cleve Dean fucking name and, you know, everything about him. However, when Cleve was introduced to Travis Bagent, it was in a negative light. So Cleve thought it would be cool to not be very nice to the beast, right?
Yeah.
Which immediately I turned that around and said, fuck you. I'm going to kick your fucking ass. And I did, which was good because it wasn't the Cleve Dean that was the best in the world. It was the older
more
Cleve
like
Dean.
94, 95, right? Or 93?
Yes, or even 85, right? Let's
yeah,
really put it out there, right?
Yeah.
Cleve was a ridiculous man-child, and I would have never been able to beat that guy in 2000. But the guy that was there I was able to beat. And then I ended up getting to the level where I probably could have competed with Cleve, you know, at my best and his best. You know, he may have won, who knows? But it's you know, there's an argument there.
And that was mainly theatrics. That wasn't anything personal by any means.
Listen, I have the utmost admiration for Cleve Dean. However, if Cleve Dean thinks that I am a punk, then fuck him, and I will let him know that, right?
Yeah.
But the truth is that then after that, and even now, I understand that Cleve Dean's one of the greatest arm wrestlers that we've ever had, right? And I know that, and it's okay.
Now, Travis, I want you to plug something before you go. Where is that? Is this the famous cat?
Yes, this is Casey. Yes,
Casey?
We're in the middle of this podcast, and she's calling. I will call you back.
Well, I wanted you to plug your brand right before you left. Is there anywhere where the fans could reach you? And
Yes, you can hit me at TravisBagentUnfiltered.com. You can watch the podcast, Travis Bagent Unfiltered. We're shaky. Sometimes it's once a week. Sometimes it's once a month. Don't write in and complain because we don't care at all about you guys, okay? We only care about us, and we only do stuff when we want to do it. Gary Roberts is the king of arm wrestling, though, so remember that.
Well, Gary Roberts, I'm coming for you, all right? You're going down.
that's my.
That's weak as shit. You need to work on that.
All right. Well, anything else you had to plug?
Not at all. Just that we're going to be in Waxahachie, Texas in 2 weeks for the Weirdo Camera Guy Championship. There's going to be all kinds of media, a ton of great arm wrestlers, so we'd love to have you.
Now, I'm part of Gateway Arm Sports, so I got to ask you this real quick.
Yes.
Are you going to be at Strongest Badge come August 14th?
I will not be there.
Why?
I have never heard of that until you just said it.
So you know where
Who's in charge?
That's Bill Schumer.
Ask Bill Schumer if he's got 2,500, and I am there, Bill.
How much I have to put up? Well, it's going to be a great venue because it's right next to where the Cardinals play, Busch Stadium. So
I've been there. I've been to Busch Stadium a lot, working the Supercross events. I am a tremendous fan of St. Louis.
Oh, wait. Well, then
yes.
We're a tremendous fan of you as well, Travis. So
I banged a bunch of chicks in St. Louis, just to let y'all know.
Casey, that didn't happen.
Casey's not watching this shit. She's out banging somebody right now.
Oh, no.
Fucking bitch.
Well, Travis, fans love you. We love you. We'd love to see you come back. It's been great interviewing you.
You're the man, dude. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you understand that the craziness is what we want. All the other shit, boring.
And Gary Roberts, that super match, that's real. I'm coming for you, all right? But I'm also a fan. You got a great TV show.
Gary Roberts, you're too big to fuck with this guy, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Don't do it.
This is 240 pounds of monster meat right here.
I mean, you have too many subscribers to fuck with this guy.
Oh, okay, that's true. All right, thank you, Travis.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you.